Hi students, in the previous videos we discussed about the object-oriented programming introduction and we discussed some of the basic building blocks of this object-oriented programming and the basic concepts in OOPS, that is the objects, classes and encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism and inheritance. So now let us see just a review of C. Before entering into the programming language, object-oriented programming language, you need to know what is a C and how we extend the C features and make it as a programming language, object-oriented programming language. So that is a C++. So here actually the C is a general purpose. We call it as a general purpose high level language. So this is a structured language and this is a procedural language. It is a general purpose high level language originally developed by, actually this was developed by Dennis Ambridge. So this is why he developed this C language, because for Unix operating system, he developed a C. So the complete Unix operating system is developed by using the C language. Actually C becomes widely used professional language for some various reasons. So based on the various reasons, we so many will use this professional language. Actually almost operating systems will first look forward to the C language. So the various reasons all become widely used this professional language because of this easy to learn. C language is easy to learn and I said this is a structured language. C is a structured language and it produces efficient programming. So for that reasons we will prefer a C language in the previous days. It can be compiled on variety of computer platform. Okay, you take any of the computer platform. Platform. So this C can be compiled by using any of the platform, any of the operating systems. Okay, so this is one more reason for preferring the C is it can handle low level activities. Actually, if you are preferring only the low level activities, then it is better to go for C rather than going for the object oriented programming. So object oriented programming will be used to develop the high level activities. Okay, and this OOPS, object oriented programming, can have the ability to add to make the low level to high level by adding more features to that. Okay, so this is the way these are the reasons for using the C and make it as a professional language. And coming to the facts in C. So what are the facts about C? Actually in this review of C, I'm just explaining what is a C language and what are the basic steps that you needed to develop the C language. So before going to the syntax of the C program, let us see the history of the C program. So these are the reasons for using the C. And coming to the facts about the C. Actually C is, I said, C is invented to write, mainly it is invented to write an operating system called, so to develop Unix operating system, C was invented. So this language was formalized in 1988 by American National Standard Institute. Okay, so this was first formalized by this institute, so we call that as ANSI, ANSI. We call it as an ANSI C because those that university has developed this. American National Standard Institute is formalized the C language in 1988. Okay, so Unix operating system totally written in C language. So C is popular system programming language. So mainly this C is popularly known as the system programming language because with the help of the C language we are developing the operating system. So C is popularly we call it as a system programming language. So most of state of art software has been implemented using the C. Okay, so today's, if you take the Linux operating system and the RDBMS, Relational Database Management System in MySQL, written in C language only. Okay, so nowadays these are we are using frequently in all the Linux operating system is one of the most popular operating system, whereas the MySQL is the database management system. So this two system programming languages will be written in C language only. Okay, so these are the main facts about the C. So why we are using the C? So let us see why preferring the C. Actually, when previous days when compared to the global Fortran, so all these operating system, all these programming languages, C is the best one to develop the system programming language as well as the low level activities program. So in those is why we prefer the C. C might be because of operating system. It might be a language compiler. So whatever the language compiler, that will be written in C language only. Okay, and the assembler is written C language, and a text editor. So text editor is developed with the help of C, might be a text editor or the network drivers and modern programs, or else databases. So I said the databases might develop by using the C language only, and language interpreters, okay, language interpreters. So these are all for this development we are using the C language. So this is a basic introduction of the C language. So here I explained the various reasons why you are preferring the C languages and the facts about the C language and why we use the C. The C might be an operating system, language compiler, assembler, text editor. Okay, so now let us start with the program. So how we will write the programs in the C language. C program. Actually, the C program varies 3 lines to millions of lines. It starts from 3 lines to millions of lines. So the program code maybe start with the 3 lines and ends with the millions of lines, and written into one or more text files, with .c. So whatever the program we are writing, so for that text file you have to save the file with the extension .c. So let us see the structure of the program. So include stdio.h, okay, int main. Let us take the series of statements. Let us here take the printf. So here you can declare the variables or initialize the variables, and you write the functions in the main program. So whatever the program you have, that should be written within the main itself. So here just I am writing the simple printf return 0. So actually this program will print just hello. Okay, so actually what is this first statement? What it indicates? Hash include stdio.h. Here the hash include, you call it as a preprocessor directive. So whatever we are using in the main program, those directives, those related files will be stored in the hash include. So this is a preprocessor directive. So coming to the stdio, include stdio.h is, you call it as a header file. Header file always stores with .h. So stdio.h is the header file. Or else you take it as a pre-compiles files. So actually the pre-compiler, we call this in program by supplying parameters. So this pre-compilers supplies the parameters in the program. Some functions will always define in the so actually this is the header file. This hash include stdio.h, you call it as a preprocessor directive. So this stdio.h is a header file. It contains the pre-compiled files like the printf, scanf, so whatever the information, those regarding files will store in the stdio.h. And coming to the main program. So main here, this is the entry point. You call it as a entry point of program. So the program will start from here. So wherever you write, but the compilation will start from main. So after main, it enters to the program. So this is the entry point of program. So it is compulsory, should be there in the program. So without main, the program will not run. Okay, so the main should be compulsory. Now coming to this printf. Printfs will print the result, print the value on the screen. So hello will be printed. And coming to the return 0, why we may writing here return 0? Actually this is not compulsory. Even though if we didn't write return 0, the C compile will take it as a return 0 after ending the statement. So it terminates the main program and return values of 0 to operating system. So whenever you mention return 0, it means it terminates the main program and return value 0 to operating system. Whenever the operating system indicates the signal as 0, it means the program is over. So if it means suppose any error or something is disturbance is occurred in the program, it says it one will be occurred to the operating systems. So that may be the hardware problem. Okay. So this is the a simple program, and these are the information related to the main printf and this preprocessor directive. So let us see how the program will be running in the running of C program. So now, up to now I just explained what is the C language and what are the facts in the C language, and I had taken the simple it's a template of the C program, and how after writing the program how the program will be running. Okay, first you have to save the program, or else I'll just take this. This is the editor or IDE where you write the program. Okay, after that it enters in the preprocessor and it takes all the include files, hash include stdio.h. So it enters the preprocessor. After that the program will be compiler. After compiling, the program will be linker. Linker is there, linker file .obj files. So linker will take all the libraries functions, so whatever related to the program. So compile, linker. After that loader. Loader is executable. It loads the program and execute the program. After that it enter into the CPU. finally you will get the output. So there after reading complete program, we are giving the inputs on the text data, means we are giving the inputs. Whenever you give the inputs, those inputs will run on the program and you will get the output. So here this is the step 1. So the step 1 is write source code. So in the editor you are writing the source code. In step 2, this is the preprocess. Step 3, it is compiling the program. Step 4, it is link the editor, edit. Step 5, it loads the program. And step 6 is execute in the CPU. Execute in the CPU. So this will comes under the build section. It is building the program. After that, load and execute will in the run section. Okay. So here the editor or IDE, here we save the source code. So whatever the source code is there, that will be saved in the form of .c extension. Okay. And header files .h. So after that, it includes files and replaced all symbols. Replace symbols means here you are having the hash include. So it replaces all the symbols. It includes the files in that symbols. After compiling. So compiling, it converted into obj file. .obj or .o object file. So after that, it is a linker. So linker, we are giving the it is a static libraries, that is .lib or .a. Next, loader. So loader is here is it consisting of shared libraries. So whatever the libraries are there, shared libraries will be connected to the loader. So that is the .dll files will stored on the loader and it executes the program. So this is how the program is run in the C. Okay. So I had explained what is the structure of the C program and how the program is run in the editor. You are writing the program on the editor and you are executing the program with the help of all the preprocessor, compilers, linker, loader, and you will get the result. So let us see the basic terms that are used in the C programs. The first one is variables. So you need a variables to write the program. Variables are nothing but it is a data that will keep on changing. So just it is a data which always keeps on changing. So here in the variables may be a declaration like int a. So here a is the variable. And definition, the variable may be a definition. Definition means here you are declaring the value a is equal to 0. Okay. Or the variable may be a usage where you will use, suppose you are just incrementing the value a is equal to a plus 1. So this is a declaration integer a is a variable. This value variables may be keep on changing. Whatever the value entered, it takes that value. So in the definition I entered the value 10. So it is equal to 10 plus 1. So now the a contains 11. Okay, this is a way you are declaring the variables in the program. So variable should not be a keyword. You have to be noted that variable should not be a keyword. Okay. So and one more thing, variables are case sensitive. So actually the C itself is a case sensitive. So here the variables are case sensitive, means this capital A is different and this small a is different. Both are not same. So variables are case sensitive. Variables, next what we will use, data types. So the data types in C languages are of different types. Primitive data types, aggregate data types, user defined data types. So while you're writing the program, you need to know all these things. So variables, how you declare the variables, and data types that are used. So primitive data types, you call it as integer, float, double, character. These are all the primitive data type. Means you're just declaring int a is a or float a, b, c. So like that. So coming to the aggregate data types. Aggregate data types are nothing but arrays. Means you're declaring the group of variables in this arrays. So this may be anything. Next, user defined data type is nothing but the structures. You're defining the data type. That is a user defined data type, like structures and enums. So those are the user defined data types. So while writing programs, you need to know about the concept of variables, data types, and operators. So operators, everyone will know the arithmetic operators, okay, comparison operators, so like that. And next is the loops, for loops, while loops, do while, and conditional statements like switch. Okay, so these are all the different terms that are used while writing the program. So, and input output, the main thing is the input output operations. So input you declared as the scanf, %d, %a. So to read the value in a particular address, you have to represent the scanf. Scanf is for reading the data, that is the input. So output is writing the value on the screen, that you take it as printf. Printf is for output. Printf %d, and you just write a. So it prints the whatever the value of variable a contains, that value will be printed. So these are the input output operations. Okay, suppose if you take the simple for loop, how you'll write the program for the condition for I is equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. Okay, so in the program printf hello. Okay, so here it means the program will print hello 10 times. Hello, just like 10 times it will print the hello statement, because I is equal to 0, it starts from 0 and increments every time. It increments up to I less than 10, means up to 9. Total 10 values. Total 10 hello will be printed on the screen. So this is the way you write the for loop statement. Okay, so this is about the basic concepts of the C program. So in the next video we will discuss what is the difference between the C and C++. Thank you.